So this one is interesting. Pol Bidane, the fastest man in Luxembourg. I finally got him in the book, and the interview was amazing. This guy, he was born to be a sprinter. So he switched from, I think it was basketball, into sprinting because he was just so talented. But he's one of the athletes that actually has fulfilled, I think, almost every single athlete's dream, which is to be in the sport somehow their whole life. So a lot of athletes, when they retire, they might become a coach or they might get a job that they don't really like. But Paul, he actually met up with one of his friends during their studies abroad, and they were studying physiotherapy, and they decided to open up their own beweegungsfabreck. So it's a factory of movement, roughly translated, which is a physiotherapy center, and it's amazing. They showed me the facility. I was there, and it has sort of several rooms. They have, I believe, hired other physiotherapists and also other sort of related in workers there, so they can actually serve various things for specifically athletes, but also people that have some kind of a rehab need. So they do prehab, rehab, whatever hab. And for athletes that actually been training hard, both of them have been doing sports their whole lives. They tried different sports and they've got injured a lot. So I think it's really nice to have people like that working actually in that profession. Sometimes you might have politicians that have never worked a single day, taking decisions about jobs, etc. Here we have someone with experience in the field, hands-on experience and education, and I think this is why they're so popular as well. So we have a lot of athletes that reach out to them, and I think that's one of the places I would recommend if I have someone that gets injured, needs to do rehab. Well, you go to Pol Bidane's facility. Now, when we did the shoot, we were really unlucky with the weather. So all the shots were taken in rain, and we do like we always do. We use different type of clothing, of course, so it looks like it's taken on different days, and it was really nice. We did some shots also at their facility. I wasn't too happy with those shots, so mainly in the book you will see shots then from the track, and he's lucky enough to actually have access to the track, and next to the track they have an indoor gym, so you can actually train quite conveniently, combine the gym with the track work, and that's something that I really love doing that. So a lot of times I go on the track and then I go immediately to the gym. And imagine just having the track and the gym next to each other. Wow, that would be nice, right? And one of the things that really stood out in his training methods, what struck me, was how rarely he actually runs. So at that time, he told me that he usually just runs twice on the track, and that's a very low volume in my eyes. I've heard about sprinters. I think the Patricia, who is the fastest woman now in Luxembourg, she trains probably like 12, 13 times a week. So a lot on the track, but also other things, of course. But comparing to twice a week on the track, I mean, this volume, it's really interesting to see. And I know he's really well aware of what works and what doesn't. He has had his injuries, and he knows that he really got to train specifically, and when he trains he really wants to be on top. It has to be 100%. And what was also interesting to see was in their facility they actually had equipment that they could use. It's a small gym there as well, so he could use these electric equipment that you connect to your muscles, and you send in some impulses while you do an exercise. And it was actually kind of interesting to see how he demonstrated these. But I'll let you find out more about Pol Bidane and his training in my new book. It's called Explosive Mode, and it's available on ExplosiveMode.com. And happy reading, and I hope you enjoy all these different types of behind the scenes looks into the athletes that have been featured in the book. There's about 20 athletes, so feel free to jump around and look around and see which athlete might interest you, and hopefully it will also encourage you to try one of these sports and maybe try out one of their special techniques. I'm Eric Snell, the author of the Fit Businessman book and the Explosive Mode book, and I'll see you at work.